What's going on, you crazy bastards? Back here with Rob Kimball. We're doing Impact review. So we start off the show with MVP coming out, calls out Abyss. Abyss and Magnus come out, hit the ring, and what I like about this segment is it's fucking close to reality. Seriously, if somebody has somebody backing them, the way to get that separation is give them something that other person wants. And that's what MVP does here. To get a little split up between the two, he tells Abyss, he goes, you got a title shot. And that right there gives the separation between the two. That is a perfect example of what you should do in real life. Instead of allowing that person that's backing the other guy to always fuck up the matches and shit, give them something that they want, and then you'll see that you can separate the two. And that's what MVP did here. Then Joe comes out, he's pissed off. He's saying it's going to be a handicap match because with three people in there, Abyss and Magnus. But then again, MVP's saying, no, it's not going to be that way because now Abyss is going to want that title also. So Samoa Joe ain't hearing it, and then they start feuding. Everybody's fucking fighting, going out of control, and boom, EY hits the ring, fucking attacking goddamn Abyss, going to town. And he tells MVP that if he wants to give Samoa Joe a fair shot, put him in there and he'll take care of Abyss because Abyss was his problem. And this pisses Joe off even more because he said it's why should he be pushed to the front of the line when he doesn't deserve it? And EY's just trying to be the cool guy and tell him that what he's trying to do. And he gives every reason why to MVP with the whole motivate, validate, and participate. And holy shit, EY cuts a hell of a fucking promo. And then between the two, Joe fucking attacks him and they get going off, and that sets up the main event for the night. So then we move on to Bully Ray has his fire-breathing Twitter machine back. And he says Rude is going to get the tables. And that was just a quick segment, but it was nice to see Bully Ray back in that type of role again. And then, so we go to another segment backstage with the Wolves. And they're asking MVP for a match against Magnus and Abyss. And MVP agrees, it's a good idea. So they lock that match up. And then, holy shit, fucking hilarious. The hunt for Willow. We got EC3 and Spud in this fucking camo getup, ultimate fucking sniper, desert type looking shit. And he's doing the army crawl out there. They're at the fucking BCR compound down in North Carolina. Hardy's fucking his property down there. And they have like, I don't know, like 1,200 acres, I think they said. It's a lot of acres of land, and so there's a lot of old cabins and stuff out there. And later on, you'll see some of the cabins that they go into. Fucking hilarious. EC3 and Spud, great stuff. Awesome, funny as hell. All right, then we get to the Wolves versus Magnus and Abyss. And good match, back and forth. Wolves working together is just fucking amazing how they click, man. I know they've been together for years and years and years. I seen them a few years ago at 2CW. Fucking amazing, man. They're good. So, and you get Eddie Edwards slaps on the half crab on Magnus, taps immediately so he doesn't get any injury, and the belt's not on the line, so he doesn't give a shit. But it also makes Magnus look weak. Abyss is pissed off, snatches the belt, and he takes off past Magnus. And what's Magnus really going to do? He's not going to attack him. Eventually, we'll probably get that feud later on down the road. And then Angelina Love, she comes out to the ring, and she calls out Velvet Sky. She demands that by the time she's done with her match with Madison Rayne tonight, that she has picked a side who she's going to be with. And Velvet doesn't look like she really gives a shit about whose side she's with. And good for her, because she's being played by both. Then we move on to another Hunt for Willow segment. They find an old house, EC3 and Spud. They found this old cabin, and he tries to get Spud to go in. Spud says, no, I'm not going in there. Finally, Carter says, fuck it. He goes in, and he's making jokes. He's like, I could see how Hardy was in here practicing swantons when he was young. And he's just making jokes, and then the camera shows Spud outside of the cabin in the doorway, and boom, Willow comes behind him, snatches him off, kidnaps Spud, and just as Carter turns around, then he realizes that Spud is gone, and he's a little worried, and he comes out, and there's no sign of Spud. So Then we come back. Bully's coming to the ring. He gets the crowd going big time, and he calls for fans to bring out tables, and they're all wearing his new hardcore 5150 shirts, and they bring out all the tables, and he gets the crowd into it. He goes, "You think we got enough tables?" And he goes, "I bought every single one that they had, but he would have bought more." And then Bully, he's just going on and on. The crowd is fucking right behind him, man. It's so good how he can control a crowd. He just does it right, man. Bully is fucking gold. And then Rude comes out, and he tells him that it's not going to be on his terms and this and that, and it's back and forth between the two, and really they're both trying to have the power who is the best in the business. So, and Rude's just too bad, goes to leave, and Bully charges him, attacks him, gets him into the ring, and here we go. We start fighting, and then you got a little back and forth. This match, or it was not even a match, it was just a fight, a little brawl. It was short, but it'll be a lead up to a big ass match, hopefully soon. I don't know, carry it on for a while too. Like, it would be a great feud to carry all the way into summer. So Bully goes to give him a big boot, blasts right through one of the tables in the corner. Missed Bobby, he got out of the way, so his legs all busted up through the table. And then later on again, shortly after, goes to give him a spear, and Bobby skips out of the way again, and he goes blasting through another table, knocks himself out, and that's the end of that match, or fight. Excellent stuff here. You're building up a big-ass storyline. It's good stuff. I love it. Then we got a backstage segment. Magnus, he's telling Abyss that he wants his belt back, and Abyss is just so pissed off that he tapped out so fast. He hates losing, and Magnus says when the belt's not on the line, that's what we're going to do, and he's going to have to start getting used to it. So you got that slow feud between them two building up, and MVP helping out, so we'll see where that goes. We get Madison Rayne and Angelina Love. They get into their match. Madison Rayne hits the ring fast as hell. She's going to town. Angelina Love jumps out, calling for a timeout. They get a couple back and forths. Then we get Velvet Sky down to the ring with her bazooka fucking boobs. I don't know what was going on. That was awesome. Anyway, she's standing there with a little back and forth. Look like that she's not on anybody's side. Mainly Madison, I guess you would say that she's backing her the most here. And then we get a little swerve, and Velvet Sky nails Madison Rayne outside of the ring and tosses her back in, and Angelina Love gets the pin. So right there, we got Velvet Sky and Angelina Love back together. Beautiful people, 100% together, and that's the beautiful people, man. Here we go. I liked it. Real, this is good stuff. All right, then we get the Joe versus Eric Young. Very aggressive match, back and forth. They're just fucking insane, and they're real pissed off with each other. You can see this will be a feud down the line, because you'll end up having Magnus and Abyss feuding later on. So you can see that EY, man, I like EY, man. He's done very well in this company, even though many years he really didn't do jack shit besides what he was told to do. So in the end, Joe sets up, gets the coquina clutch, and the fucking arm drops 3 times. So Joe gets the win, but Earl comes out, tells his son there that he fucked up, and Samoa Joe's shoulders were down. So didn't reverse the decision, so whatever, but EY did legitimately get a win here, if you look at it that way, technically. And then we get another hunt for Willow. EC3 goes into a cabin, and he's just hollering, looking for Spud. And then we got the fucking creepy bastard Sam Shaw backstage, grabs a camera guy, takes him into Christy Hemi's dressing room, just gets her bawling her eyes out, crying. She's scared. She don't know what to do. Camera guy should have called somebody, never did, but he just filmed it. And then he pulls out a pair of scissors and scares the shit out of her even more. Who knows what he's going to do? He's a creepy bastard. Looks like he's going to kill somebody. Anyway, all he does is go ahead, grab a lock of her hair, cuts it off, tells her thank you, and leaves. And I guess he got suspended for this also. 1 week. I would have suspended him even longer to make it realistic. And then we move on. We get Gunner versus Storm. Holy shit match. Just like Lockdown. Amazing match. The two. Gunner has learned how to tell a story in the ring. I love it. We get the two the superplex off the top rope into the 2 chairs set up in the rings. Too bad the 1 chair was busted as he was setting it up. If he had looked, there was another chair in the other corner. Whatever. Gunner's still learning a few things. Or he could have just thrown that chair, hit him on top of the rope when he was up there with the broken chair, grabbed the other one. Hey, whatever. In the end, a fucking awesome match. You got James Storm nails a super kick. It wasn't that great, and fucking right back nails another one. Boom. Gunner goes down, goes to get the pin, and he kicks out at 2.5. Gunner kicks out of this bitch. He's got a head of steel, man. He's always hitting his head on something. So the last call super kick affected him, but not to take him out. And then he ends up fucking grabbing a beer bottle in the corner, and James Storm has one too, and he's going to hit him in the head, but Gunner turns around, nails him first, takes him out, tosses him up in the hanger 18, slams him down, and then boom, 1, 2, 3. That's the end of that. Fucking awesome match. They say match of the night. Absolutely, just like at Lockdown. Good shit. Then we follow up, boom, back for Hunt for Willow. EC3's in a cabin. He's yelling for Spud, and he's going room to room, gets into one room, Spud's tied up to this old box spring. Fucking, he's just sitting there struggling. He's gagged, tied right up, and EC3, he could hear Willow in the far distance, and he's telling him, be quiet, be quiet, be quiet. And then, so Spud finally shuts up, and he asks him where Willow is. He doesn't know. And then finally, and he's yelling for where Willow is, and you see a skeleton hand come up behind him and touches him on the back. He turns around and he goes, here. Yeah, he fucking starts beating the shit out of him, hits him with the goddamn umbrella as he's doing the goddamn fucking awesome laugh. It's great. Very deviant shit. I love it. And then he hits him with the shit, with the umbrella, tosses at him, and he takes off. So I'm hoping that we get some more of these backstage or out in the fucking field where they're filming at this shit and do more for the next coming weeks and eventually have a match between EC3 and Willow. But good match, good show altogether, and since MVP has come in, man, this show is really fucking taken off. I know we had a slow point last year in the summer leading into the winter, but TNA, they're doing really, really good right now, and I'm not just saying that just because I'm a TNA fan. It's a fucking good show, and if you hate it just because it's a company's name or whatever the fuck, it's the cool thing to do, seriously, you're not a real wrestling fan. So I hope you enjoyed the show. Comment, rate, subscribe. Follow me on Twitter right here. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.